you think back on that first job and you kind of point to that and start thinking about the skills that you started to develop, what kind of things were you starting to build at that point that you think you still kind of carry over to this day?
Probably about 6 months in, I started noticing some folks that I got to know through that job, I guess you could say advancing and moving up. And I don't know how a lot of people thinking 15, 16, 17 years old back then, but I got a job.
Yeah.
I get it paid on Friday. I come back, I got a schedule, I look at it. And I started seeing people advancing, and then not only advancing, their pay was increasing too. And not that was a brand new idea to me, but I wasn't thinking far ahead. I was just thinking to the next day.
Sure.
And then I started getting and talking to them, and I started seeing them, being able to get little nicer cars. They started getting their own apartments by doing this. And I thought, you know what, I'd like to advance. What do I need to do to get to the next level? And I started asking those questions. What do you need to see from me, or what do I need to learn or do so I can make the next step? And luckily, and I give him all the credit in the world today, even Jim Ebbs is his name, was my very first boss that I considered. The guy at the vet clinic wasn't rarely there. So he was the one I saw daily, and he was the one that basically grew me. And the one thing that he let you do, as long as it wasn't detrimental, is he let you fail. And I remember one time asking him a question, and I know he said, you'll figure it out. And yeah, I figured it out all right. I ended up, it wasn't a good result. Yeah. And I went in there, and he goes, yeah, that didn't work, did it? And I said, no. And I go, why didn't you tell me what to do? And he goes, because you're never going to learn on your own if I'm telling you everything you need to do. He goes, if it was going to be detrimental, I would have stopped you, but these are the experiences you need. And I just soaked that in for, I swear, Marshall, it was like a week. I could still think about that eating at the dinner table, where it just opened my eyes going, failing's okay, and failing's a part of life if you learn from it. And that was the key. And boy, I followed him to Texas. He thought enough of me. There was a new track opening in Texas. Took me down there. That was the first time I moved away from home. Like you, I graduated, and 3 days later, I was driving in a car to an unknown. I might have been to Kansas City, Missouri, but I went all the way south to Houston, Texas. Cultural difference, weather difference. Yeah. It was just an amazing thing for a guy that basically turned 18 years old to go and experience. And I did the whole thing all over again. First time I saw a massive racetrack like that. First time I was actually in charge of multiple people. So learning to be a mentor and a boss was part of that experience. And then the next several years, I was moving around the country and learning different aspects, raising my hand when things became available, even if I didn't really think I'd like it, because you just never know how valuable that'll be later on down the road.
If you want to listen to more episodes, learn more about our mission, or send us questions or feedback about the show, go to serialprogressseeker.com. You can help the mission by subscribing, reviewing, rating, and commenting wherever you listen to or watch podcasts.